come on up in here, y'all. I'm at the truck. Whew, getting my exercise in for today. But my belly is so full with a lot. So y'all, come on up in here. Let's talk some tea. I definitely wore the wrong shoes today. I wore my old Jordan sixes. No, these are eight. The Concord. Girl, couldn't have wore them at all. I was saying on myself. I most definitely should not have worn these shoes at all. Can y'all hear me? Well, I'm out here looking like somebody's motivated mother. Okay? Watch what you say about this stuff. Hey, yeah, y'all. I'm on my walk. I am getting to it. I just gave myself a 30-minute little break. But I was sitting here and I was listening to music while I got my warm up walks out the way before I start to exercise. And girl, I just started to rethink like, yeah, this shit is as simple as get the fuck up and do it. That's it. Like, do y'all know how many of us don't do shit that we want to do because we don't get the fuck up and do it? Girl, get out of here. Like, who's literally sitting here thinking like, you don't have to be perfect. Shit, your workout ain't gonna look like everybody else's workout or whatever the fuck you're doing ain't gonna look like everybody else's. Because you are you. Long you doing it, that's all that matters. Who says is right or who says is wrong? Like, y'all, I'm already sweating because I was already doing stuff today. But, you know, I just came to get my walking because this shit is starting to be a part of my lifestyle. It's just what the fuck I do. Like, when you get to that point where you start to vocally announce that shit is a part of your life, I feel like you don't feel. You don't step into a whole nother realm of real shit. But yeah, I'm most definitely switching my routines up. I'm switching how I do stuff because this is time. What's up? This is time. I'm gonna get ready and take these fucking shoes off because I gotta get this workout. And these buildings are not doing what the fuck I know Mike intended for them to do. So, should have worn my own. My Nike. But yeah, y'all, I'm thinking about coming out to this area more often and doing some workout content. One, for motivational purposes, and then for two, just so I can be inspiration. Get the fuck out and do it. You know, if you gotta do that shit by yourself, you do it. It may not be perfect, but you're doing it. Good job, bro. I send you out there. Good job. He out there shooting his vision on the hoop. See it by himself. He ain't wait for nobody. He came out here for real and did it. You know, that shit may look like hobbies to everybody else, but if you really passionate about what the fuck you doing, do that shit. Embarrassed, nervous, shit. We gonna talk real shit. You could be scared in the mother. Do that shit though. You know, man, I think. Thank you, baby. I'm just trying to be an obedient servant. I'll be looking on YouTube for shit to inspire me, you know. And some people, they do the motivational speaking and they inspiring in a way. But then sometimes you feel like that shit don't apply to you because you ain't there yet. You feel me? Like, you need a motherfucker that's right where you are. They just got the formula of getting the fuck up doing it. Chasing your dreams, no matter how old you are. You know, we all want fit for ourselves. We envision our life a certain way when we were younger. And sometimes life will try to pull you away from that dream and that vision of yourself. That shit happens. You know, you're making decisions and shit. But you always a decision away from doing something different if you really choose. That's why I be telling all the young girls that come talk to me about social media. Social media brings you outside of your comfort zone. You got to be transparent in your videos, transparent in your content. Whether it's just a 2-minute TikTok. Motherfuckers could detect fake shit if they know what it looks like. If they don't do it. So they know when a motherfucker not being authentic. And you know what? I started doing this social media shit for the views, for the money, for the clout, the validation. But when you put in a situation in life where you forced to grow for real and you can't pretend that you done grown, but on the inside you scared and you timid for real, sometimes life will put you in a situation where you gotta be forced to grow, whether you ready or not. Damn man, I'm feeling what are you too. I wanna fucking get to it. But it keeps rubbing the back of my feet. Yeah, I got pimples on both sides. That shit blew me. But I already know what it's from. I already know. I need to get back on my nighttime routine. Yeah, I'll be so locked in and focused on what I'm trying to do in this season. Everything else be falling off. Should be like, damn. But I'm at a point where I'm mature enough to know that all that shit go together, hand in hand. You got to get to a point where you have a lifestyle that pour into all the areas that you need fulfilled. You know, and that starts with your routine. What is it that you do on a day-to-day basis? It's going to aid and assist you in all your areas of life. You know? And that balance shifts. Like I used to try to get up in the morning. I used to try to get up in the morning and do an early morning routine, working out and all that shit. But my lifestyle don't allow me to get up that like that and do that. So afternoon routines and afternoon workout sessions is what my power is right now. And I gotta be okay with that. You know, be consistent with that. Whatever it looks like. That's why I tell motherfuckers, everybody's journey different now. Some people can get up at 5 a.m. and run that track and do all that. But then some people, your shit may be at 5 p.m. You feel me? Shit, you ain't her and she not you. So be you and she gonna be her. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Monday, baby. We're on here talking some real shit. We're talking about getting out, being authentically you. Stop hiding behind fear. Stop hiding behind anxiety. Stop hiding behind what if a motherfucker see me? What do they do? What's next? You're a human, right? Shit. But I learned people be so in tune with what the fuck they got going on. They're not truly worried about you. They're not. You worried about you. You're the main character in your own story. But they the main character in their story, so they ain't worried about you. You can't let that hold your life back. You can't let that stop you from growing. So, my message for y'all today is get out, pursue something, Put one foot in front of the other. Go after something. You know, try to build yourself up. What the fuck do you see for yourself in life? Because I know there's nobody that can tell me, oh, I have done everything that I could possibly ever do in this lifestyle. This lifetime is to be living. When you done doing all you can do, that clock gonna tick, baby. And that's the number on this thing. And we don't get to reject that call. So live it up. Do shit outside your comfort zone. Be intentionally uncomfortable. Make your motherfucking self grow. You shouldn't be doing the same shit you was doing 3 years ago. You shouldn't be the same fucking person you was 3 years ago. You have the courage to hit certain markers in life. Become certain versions of ourselves. And if you constantly being distracted by bullshit, you're gonna be delayed from being that version of yourself or hitting that milestone. All because you don't allow life to pull your whole car, people to pull your whole car and tell you you ain't worthy or you can't do that shit. That's for everybody else. You can listen to that bullshit if you want to. Life's gonna pass you by and it's gonna be another 5 years and you ain't still lost that weight. Open that business, go back to school, see, apply for that job. You ain't got your hair done and say, motherfuckers be scared to do the simplest shit, y'all. The smallest shit, because they worried about what the fuck somebody else gonna think. It's paralyzed. We think of motherfuckers so sad, disabled people. A person that's disabled in their mind is even worse. So if you're free in your mind, you're free in your body. That's why the enemy attacks our mind first. If he can imprison you in your mind, you'll create the environment. All this shit start with us. Who we choose to be, what we choose to get up and do, who we choose to show up as. You can invent your motherfucking self tomorrow. Reinvent it. And guess what? You don't like that shit 6 months from now? Do it again. I feel like I done lived 1,000 lives. Because I'm always on the hunt to be better than I was. Have more than I have. Know more than I know. You feel me? I never want to do the same shit over and over. I never want to be the same version of myself. And I feel like that evolution DNA, I always want to evolve, is in all of us. It's not just a 1% thing. They make it seem like that. But it's in all of us. It's just what's your habit that's going to allow you to tap into that. What are you doing to search for that? To access it, to attract it, to open it up. What are you doing? You know? I'm just excited about what God is taking. What is life about to look like? You know? I've never been to this level before. I never understood how much I was worth before. So, when you get to that bracket, that time zone, you understand that life's about to take off into a whole new way. You know, you got to believe it. You got to blindly believe. Even if you got a whole bunch of pieces all over the table, the puzzle don't even look like that shit about to come together, man. That's how fucking crazy life gets. That shit don't even be looking like it makes sense. And especially when you trying to be authentic and you trying to be led by God, God will have you doing some whole bunch of other stuff, man. Like, people don't talk about that. He'll have you going over here throwing the seed, talking to somebody else, like doing this task, doing that task, and none of it look like it go together. Man, but wait till the picture gets started. When you get to a point So you can look back over your life and be like, oh, I see what he was doing. I see why they had to leave. I see why I had to cut that off. I see why I had to heal from that. I see why I had to stop going over here doing this shit. It all makes sense now. You know, gotta make that shit make sense, man. That's for sure. And I had to be okay with my calling too. Shit, y'all ain't by yourself. I don't care. My community, nothing that I ain't walking in. Y'all are not by yourself. I was still trying to figure out how I fit into this world, what I'm called to do. You know, that's my purpose. There. And we all on that journey. And nobody gets to forfeit the journey. I don't care how much shit you go through, man. People, you know, I know shit real. I get that. I get that. We all go through something. And the journey uniquely crafted to us. So just because it wouldn't break one person, that don't mean it wouldn't break the next person. You feel me? So I can't ever say nobody's journey is insignificant. But I feel like you don't get the permission to not grow. You don't get the permission to not fulfill your purpose and not stand on business. There's certain shit in life that we are not, we don't, I feel like God give us free will to a certain extent, man. Like some stuff is optional and then some stuff is your obligation as a person. It's your obligation, your moral obligation, your spiritual obligation. Like we got a lot of obligations as humans that we gotta fulfill, man, and we don't get the option to just cop out that shit because you done been through some shit or you know shit that hit. Life gonna always hit, baby. I promise you. I promise you. The coldest motherfucker I know. When I tell you life got hands or beat your ass up, but that show you the more you get beat up, the tougher you are. I know that shit sounds crazy, but have you ever seen a motherfucker so used to getting punched, they just brace themselves for that shit? You got to be one of them. You got to be a motherfucker that brace yourself. Like, all right, but you can swing, but you ain't gonna knock me the fuck out. I can tell you that. And God already done told us, whenever life throw the motherfucking hand, I already gave you the W. You cool. You gonna get knocked out. You gonna get knocked around, but you ain't gonna get knocked out for real. I ain't gonna let you be out the game completely. You know, it's just to toughen us up. That's why I be telling people, man, we gotta stop always telling people to, you know, get through it or get over it or hurry up. Like we supposed to be building up endurance, man. That's the main thing we need. Endurance and strength. So this shit is a war zone, baby. It's a war zone. I made the fittest person win. And I'm just happy as hell to be out here, man. Like, feet sore and all. This is rubbing the shit out my heel. Like, But I'm going to go one more round and then I'm going to hit my squat. I'm going to hit my leg lunges and all that. Man, my calf muscles. All right, baby. I'm going to finish starting in the class. I'm going to bring that shit back, drop it to y'all. Give y'all all my little teeth. You know, I'm in my get 'em girl era. I am finna drop the new shit for y'all. Start a new series. The whole time we might add that new series off into the Shop Nigga channel. You know? Cause I already told y'all that's just a book. That's like a whole bunch of shit type shit. A whole bunch of motherfuckers. Goofy shit I done did. Learn something. Or never the fuck do you. Do you hear me? Hey Kim, what's up, baby? Yeah. Y'all, this really looks atrocious. Like, it looks like a little already is horrible. Yeah. Let me go and get this burn. Man. Ooh, girl, when you walking, you hitting that step real fast, baby, and you feel that big mama back down. Baby, you gotta know every step you take is worth it, all right? Every step you take is worth it, mama. Don't you feel it? Even if she a little, even if she her milk juice is a little, you know, a little coarse. court to it. That is still yours. You better sit it back there. So I respect you say, Mama, is yours, baby. I'm putting so many set deposits in my trust account. Oh, yeah. I'm trusting me this season. Man, I done put my trust in a lot of motherfuckers and shit done failed, but